Hello and welcome. My name is Varun Rai Barpu, and today we're going to delve into the topic of batteries, particularly the AA battery from Duracell. Have y'all ever wondered how these amazing little packets of energy work? Yeah, me too. I've always have been curious about how AA batteries work and where they get their energies from. Today, we're going to be breaking down the three main components of a AA battery. The three main components are the anode, which is zinc, the cathode, which is manganese dioxide, and the electrolyte, which is ammonium chloride. We will dive deeper into these specific elements later, but first, let's delve into a brief history. First, we shall begin our history with a man named Alessandro Volta, who created the first battery by stacking alternating layers of zinc, brine-soaked pasteboard, or cloth and silver. This arrangement, called a voltaic pile, was not the first device to create electricity, but it was the first to emit a steady, lasting current. However, there were some drawbacks to Volta's invention. The height at which the layers could be stacked was limited because the weight of the pile would squeeze the brine out of the pasteboard or cloth. The metal discs also tended to corrode quickly, shortening the life of a battery. Despite these shortcomings, the SI unit of an electromotive force is now called a volt, in honor of Volta's achievement in creating the first battery ever. The next major breakthrough in battery technology came in 1836 when English chemist John Frederick Daniell invented the Daniell cell. In this early battery, a copper plate was placed at the bottom of a glass jar and a copper sulfate solution was poured over the plate to half fill the jar. Then, the zinc plate was hung in the jar and a zinc sulfate solution was added. Because copper sulfate is denser than zinc sulfate, the zinc solution floated to the top of the copper solution and surrounded the zinc plate. The wire connected to the zinc plate represented the negative terminal, while the one leading from the copper plate was the positive terminal. Obviously, this arrangement would not have functioned well in a flashlight, but for stationary applications, it worked perfectly. In fact, the Daniell cell was a common way to power doorbells and telephones before the electrical generation was perfected. By 1898, the Columbia dry cell became the first commercially available battery sold in the United States. The manufacturer, National Carbon Company, later became the Ever-Ready Battery Company, which produces the Energizer brand that we all know. Now we will break down the ingredients of a battery. First, we will delve into the manganese dioxide, which makes up the cathode of a battery. The compound formula is manganese oxygen 2. For some physical properties, the color is brown to black powder and chunks. The melting point is 535 Celsius, which is very, very hot. The density is 5.03 grams per centimeter cubed, and it is not soluble in water. Some chemical properties of manganese dioxide include it is very flammable at very high temperatures, toxic when intake is too much, it is highly reactive to acids, and is a mild oxidizing agent. The next compound is ammonium chloride, which has a chemical formula of NH4+ Cl-. Some physical properties include ammonium chloride is a white odorless solid. Its density is 1.5274 grams per milliliter, and the melting and boiling points are 338 degrees Celsius and 520 degrees Celsius. Ammonium chloride is soluble in water, ethanol, methanol, and glycerol, and slightly soluble in acetone. It is insoluble in organic solvents such as ethyl acetate. Some chemical properties of ammonium chloride can include that it can decompose when heated into hydrochloric acid and ammonia. It can also react with bases such as sodium or potassium hydroxide to produce ammonia gas, and other reactions is where it can decompose into carbonates and bicarbonates, which it'll form a salt and ammonia. Ammonium chloride is also extremely poisonous and toxic. Ammonium chloride is used in an electrolyte in batteries because it is an ionic compound. Ammonium chloride is also used in the manufacturing of printed circuits, as a fire extinguisher, and an explosive in mineral mining. Manganese dioxide is used in a battery because it reacts with the zinc, and this prevents gassing of the cell at the end of its life. Manganese dioxide is also used as a colorant and decolorant in glass, whiteware, enamels, and pottery. Some benefits of batteries include that batteries store energy very well and for a long time. Also, batteries do not harm the environment. A battery is highly efficient. The lithium ion has 99% charge efficiency and the discharge loss is small, so no energy is lost. The operating cost for batteries is zero because all you have to do is put them in. Batteries are very reliable in times of need. If your power goes out, you can use a battery. Some harmful effects of batteries include if there is a damaged cell, it can leak lead, sulfuric acid, and cadmium. These three things are very toxic to humans and will cause an adverse reaction and even result in death sometimes. All in all, I think that batteries are pretty cool, and I hope you learned a little something today. Bye.